Often marathon training plans start with the numbers. Weekly mileage, paces, and sessions written months in advance, usually only considering a target finishing time. But before any of that, there's an important step that often gets skipped, which is deciding how you can actually train realistically and what other contexts influences your training, like work and family. Right now, I'm about 3 weeks away from officially starting my training block for the Düsseldorf Marathon in April 2026. The plan is already drafted, but it didn't start with putting runs into a spreadsheet. It started by looking at my real life first, my work schedule, my recovery needs, my energy levels, and how training fits around all of that. From there, I defined my goals, my priorities, and what success actually means to me in this marathon. If you're new to the channel, my name's Edward. I'm a sports scientist and a marathon runner. In this video, I want to walk you through how I turn goals into a plan without turning ambition into pressure. So before getting into the structure of the plan itself, it's important to talk about the goals behind it. For the Düsseldorf Marathon, I have a clear performance goal in mind, which is a sub-3 finish. I'm very aware that sub-3 is putting the bar pretty high for myself. To be honest, that scares me a little, but gets me excited. It requires consistent, good quality training over many months, staying healthy, and having good conditions on race day. And even if everything goes well, it's still going to be difficult. I've always been very performance oriented and like setting challenging goals because it gives direction to the training and pushes me to show up with more intent. At the same time, I've gotten better at separating ambition from pressure, but I still have to be careful not to fall into old habits. The goal isn't to force a result at all costs, but to train in a way that gives me the best chance to perform well while staying healthy and enjoying the process. In my previous career as a football player, I lost that fun and the joy at one point. Okay, I regained it back later, but I never want that same thing to happen again. So the plan you'll see is built around performance, but not at the expense of long-term growth and balance. Once the goal and context are clear, the next step is deciding how to train toward it. For me, one of the most important principles in this plan is sustainability. A sub-3 attempt means stacking months of solid training without breaking down or losing fun. That means the plan has to fit into my real life. It has to work alongside my job, my relationship, and other priorities outside of running. So instead of thinking what's the maximum training I could survive, I thought, what's the most and best quality training I could handle consistently? The structure reflects just that. There's a clear rhythm to the week, a balance between quality and easy running, and enough flexibility to adjust when needed. The plan is built around clear paces and heart rate zones that are personal to me, with RPE as a final check-in so I can monitor progress and recovery appropriately. That way the training stays challenging but controlled, ambitious but realistic. This philosophy is what allows the plan to support the goal instead of becoming a source of pressure on its own. The training block is designed to build fitness gradually over time, not by rushing it. The focus is on steady progression rather than aggressive spikes in training load. Overall, the structure stays the same from week to week, and like I said before, it's designed around my work days and my commitments. It also makes the training easier to manage mentally and physically. I plan rest for Thursdays because it's the most demanding day at work for me. I will also rest on Friday afternoons and Sundays because on the weekends I want to prioritize time with my girlfriend. On Saturday mornings I run a long run though, but I'll try to do it as early as I can. The other days I can run consistently on are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is my day off, and when I'm planning to do quality workouts in terms of threshold runs or intervals. Most of the running is easy anaerobic, which is the foundation for everything else. These easy runs build endurance, are quick to recover from, and allow me to accumulate mileage without excessive stress or strain. On top of that, there are those 2 quality sessions per week. These are the runs where I really aim to improve my fitness by working on threshold pace and marathon pace. A lot of the marathon specific work happens during long runs, but even there the progression is gradual. Early on it's mainly about accumulating time on my feet and building aerobic endurance. As the race gets closer, the long runs get more specific with longer sections at marathon pace, which prepares both the body and the mind for what the race demands. Strength training is also an important part of the plan from start to finish. It'll help me handle the higher mileage, improve running economy, and reduce injury risk over the long term. I started taking strength training seriously in my mid-20s, which definitely made me a more robust athlete and helped prevent many injuries for sure. Another important part of the structure is planned recovery. Every 4 weeks, there's a deload week when volume comes down. Those weeks are there to let adaptations happen, manage fatigue, and make sure I'm ready to progress further. Overall, there's nothing extreme in this plan. There are no sudden jumps in mileage, no constant maximal efforts, or no single weeks that should leave me completely exhausted. Again, the goal is to build fitness progressively and arrive at the starting line feeling confident in the work I put in. So when I look at this plan as a whole, success means staying healthy throughout the block, showing up consistently, and being able to train with focus and enjoyment throughout these months. If I can follow this plan consistently without getting overwhelmed or burning out, that's already a big win because it's what gives me the best chance to perform well on race day. And when race day eventually comes, I'll trust the work I put in and give my best. This plan is the starting point of that journey. Over the next months, I'll be sharing how the training goes, what adjustments I make, and what I learn along the way. If you want to follow that process in real time, or better yet, share your own running journey, I invite you to join Elaborate Runners on School. Running is even better when you're part of a community and you get to share those ups and downs with other runners. In Elaborate Runners, we motivate each other and help each other out in our running journeys, whatever level you're running at. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.